Iko sawa.
Tumaini Kobet
Said that they have not set entry gates and that for other reasons.
Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Career Guidance Webinar 2025. This is largely for those 2024 KCSE cohort of students who did their KCSE that year and are now seeking to join various universities. So this is JKUAT coming live to give some options, give the opportunities that exist in terms of academic programs in our various colleges and departments. We expect this session to last about 2 hours, no longer than that. We expect a lot of interaction online and even through questions that will be answered later. So we're waiting to start off officially. So all those who are joining, please join us. We are ready to go live any minute now. And I will ask one of us here to read us. We are a Christian community. So welcome to JKUAT. And we are a Christian community. I'll ask Eunice to read us with a word of prayer so that we can start this webinar.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this beautiful day that you have made. We pray, Lord, that our presentations and interaction with our prospective students will be fruitful, and that God, at the end of the day, they will be able to make the best career choices. We thank you, Lord, that all of us will be of sober mind, and that God is going to be understanding even for the things that we've been stuck before, that God, this day is going to open the eyes of the dear children that you've given us to listen to us today. In Jesus' name, we pray and believe. Amen.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Kwanza, and also our Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs, Professor Kenyo, I can see he's getting settled. I'll ask the technical team to connect to Professor Kwanza, the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Research, Production, and Extension, to make welcome remarks, and also invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs also to welcome the listeners, and especially the students who are seeking to join Jomo Kenyatta this year. So just in terms of welcome, I'll ask Professor Kwanza, please, the floor is yours. And the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Affairs has just joined us, so we will be welcoming all the students and all the listeners and even parents, anybody who is joining us on YouTube and other forum. Then we can get started with the technical bit. In terms of guidance from the various colleges, we will have about 6 presentations from the various colleges in JKUAT. Welcome, Professor Kwanza.
Thank you. Mr. Bugwa, am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Prof.
Thank you for this opportunity. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to this webinar. It is the second time as JKUAT we are holding careers webinar. We started last year around the same time after release of KCSE results last year, and this year is the second round that we are running a career webinar. And this career webinar gives an opportunity to potential university students to know what Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, JKUAT, offers in terms of programs which lead to various careers. JKUAT is one of the largest or the biggest universities in this country, and has been in existence for a while now, and therefore it has grown a lot in terms of what it can offer in terms of careers, the programs that it can offer that lead to different careers. And therefore, I want to assure our potential students that almost all the programs that you can think of, most of the programs that are offered in Kenyan public universities, you can also find them in JKUAT. Without giving details, because there will be presentations by various colleges, I just want to mention that if you are interested in agriculture-related programs, you will find what you want in JKUAT. If you want programs related to engineering and technology, we have them. Programs related to pure and applied sciences, health sciences, human resource development, law, and of late, you don't have to have qualified for university entry, your mean grade does not have to be C+. Even without that, we have an institute which offers technical and vocational education training in current campus. So where we are also offering various TVET programs. And therefore, we have a very, very, very broad, robust scope of programs that we offer. And therefore, I want to welcome all the participants, especially Form 4 leavers, to join our webinar and get to know what we offer as JKUAT. With those few remarks, I would like to invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs, Professor Kinyua, to make his remarks. Professor Karibu.
Yeah, thank you very much, DCRP. And I want to welcome everyone who is listening to us. Please feel free to take part in this webinar. I want to especially welcome those who would wish to join JKUAT for various programs that we offer in this university. And especially, I want to really indicate that this university offers very high quality training. We have a vision of excellence. We take pride in the kind of graduates who graduate from this university. So if you join this university, you will be part of a team and group of graduates who have made significant contribution to this country and also to this world. I think what offers very competitive courses, as you perhaps already know, and some of these courses are very unique. You will not find them anywhere else in this country. And therefore, if you come, you will be joining a very innovative team. People are not afraid of venturing into new areas. You will be in a place full of freedom where you can exercise your mind. And as students of JKUAT, you will also be exposed to a wide variety of activities, including an array of sports and games, part of a community of people with various clubs and societies. We give opportunity to everyone to shine in whichever way they feel like. If you like drama, if you like playing role ball, if you like dancing, you will find people who share those activities with you, those passions with you. So I want to welcome you and assure you that you will be joining a team of almost 40,000 people, students in this university. Last year, we had an intake of about 7,000. We believe this year there will be even more. But this does not mean that the positions are available all the time. Please, if you are to apply early, because some of these courses are extremely competitive and you don't want to miss your chosen course. So apply early enough and be part of this vibrant community with world-class faculty. So thank you very much. Pay attention to what our staff will be telling you, because it's very, very important for you to know what you are coming to do here. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Professor Kenya, Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs at JKUAT. And to our listeners now, I think we want to go to the technical presentations. We'll have presentations from the College of, we'll start first of all with a few guidelines on the admissions requirements and the application process, led by our admissions department. We will follow with a presentation of the College of Engineering and Technology. So for those whose interest and inclination is engineering, you'll be the second one to hear what is on offer from JKUAT. We will move to the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. We'll move to the College of Pure and Applied Sciences. Then we have a presentation on the College of Health Sciences, for those who are interested in health-related courses. Then we'll have a presentation on the College of Human Resource Development, those who are interested in management-related courses, finance, human resource, etc. You will hear a lot of programs being explained and what are the requirements for admission. We will have a short presentation from the School of Law. And finally, we have programs offered by the TVET. So we have a JKU Directorate of TVET, Technical Vocational and Education Training. So we have that. Then after that, we shall have a question and answer session where you can, questions that will have been received will be answered, and then we pray. As I said, we expect to take a maximum of 2 hours, but we also hope that this is a beginning to engage the prospective students and even parents and guardians and interested parties. And the conversation will go on even after this webinar, so that we will give you guidelines on how you can contact the various colleges, the various offices, and how you can continue discussing and getting your questions answered either online or even through writing. So, but before we start, I'll ask the event organizer, Eunice, to just explain particularly the issue of question and answers that participants you may have. So welcome, Eunice.
So as we continue with the presentations, we request you to continue writing your questions in the WhatsApp, the various WhatsApp groups. You can also write them in the YouTube chat. We are taking notes of all the questions. We've also been taking notes of the previous questions we've asked before in the WhatsApp group. So we'll make sure that all of them are answered. And in case you're not satisfied, we shall keep engaging even after the event.
Thank you so much. So presentation will take 7 to 10 minutes. So at this juncture, then we welcome our admissions team to give us a few highlights about generally what is available at JKUAT in terms of courses and what are the basic requirements before we go to the specific colleges. Welcome admissions team, led by Susan and Paul.
Good morning, everyone. This is admissions office, Jomo Kenyatta University. In Jomo Kenyatta, we admit 2 categories of students. We have the government-sponsored students who come through JKUAT through KUCCPS, and then we have the self-sponsored students. First, we're going to guide you on how to apply for courses in KUCCPS portal, which you are lucky. The first deadline was 21st, but right now it has been extended to 30th of April. The first step, when you log into the KUCCPS portal, you go in, when you go to online, you go to www.kuccps.net, www.kuccps.net. Then you look for student portal. In the student portal, there are 2 things. When you click on login, you find that there is a place where you are supposed to feed in your KCSE index number. And then you're supposed to feed your academic year. Your academic year is 2024. And then you've been asked for a password. Password is either your KCP index number, that is for primary school, or your birth certificate number. For birth certificate number, there are 2 numbers in your birth certificate. There's a number up there, and there's another number on the lower bottom. So you either pick one. There's one up, and there's another one written entry number. And there's another one written F number. You try either of those because it depends with what you are registered with during registration of KCSE examination. After logging in, you're going to see that there are several programs that are available currently. We have degree programs, and we have TVET programs, and we have TTC for teachers programs online. Currently, KMTC is closed because they have already admitted. There are two categories of institution. We have public institution and we have private institution. Then the private institutions are not eligible for government scholarship, but you are allowed to apply for HELB loan. But for the public institution, you are eligible for both government scholarship and you're also eligible for HELB loan. So you have to be keen on those two. After seeing that, you're going to find that after opening the dashboard, the first thing you're supposed to do is to contact update. You're supposed to feed in your contacts, that is your parents' ID number, your parents or your guardian email address, your own email address, and your ID number. Once you have updated that, that's when now the dashboard will open. When the account opens, the first thing you'll see is weighted clusters. The weighted clusters are grouped into numbers. That is from number 1 up to number 20. You look at the weighted cluster, which were computed. They have been pre-calculated by KUCCPS. So there's no place you're supposed to calculate your weighted cluster. Whatever you've been given there, that is what you're supposed to use. Where you have points written 0.00, that means that the candidate did not do one mandatory subject. For example, if you did not do biology, and maybe you want to apply for a medical course, which is group 13, you'll find that your weighted cluster is 0.00. That means you did not do a mandatory subject, so you cannot apply for that course. After seeing the weighted cluster, you're supposed to identify programs and their cluster groups. What do we mean by cluster group? Every single course is grouped into a cluster, like group 1, which is cluster 1, that is for law. When you go to cluster 5 is for engineering. When you go to cluster 7 is for computing. So you check your weighted cluster, which you are given earlier on the number of group, and then you check the cutoff points per university. From there is the viewing the program requirements. This is the most important thing. Note that you can qualify for a course when it comes to the weighted cluster and the cutoff points, but you must ensure that you meet the minimum subject requirement. For example, if you want to do a course like Bachelor of Radiography, for Bachelor of Radiography, subject 1 is biology, you must have a C+ and above. Subject 2 is chemistry, you must have a C+ and above. Subject 3, it's either mathematics stroke physics, you must have a C+ and above. Meaning, if maybe you had a C- in mathematics, but you had a C+ in physics, then you qualify. You pick one of the subjects. That is what your stroke means. And then subject 4, it's either English or Kiswahili, you must have C+ and above. In case you have a C- in biology, note that you cannot qualify for that course as much as you must have met the cutoff points. So you cannot apply for a course where you do not meet the minimum subject requirement. And if you do, the COOPS will not allow you. It will tell you that you do not meet the minimum subject requirement. Now, what is the weighted cluster and what is cutoff points? When you open your dashboard, you'll find that there is one place which is written your index number starting with 2024. That is cluster weight. And there's another place written KCSE 2023 cutoff points. Currently, we do not have the KCSE 2024 cutoff points because your application is the one that will set up those cutoff points. So when you're revising, you're going to use the 2023 cutoff points. For example, we have a course there which is Bachelor of Radiography. If you click on that course, you'll find that it is only JQuat that is appearing there. But that is because it is only JQuat that offers Bachelor of Radiography as a degree program in the country. So you'll not see any other university. But in case you click on a course like, let's say, Bachelor of Commerce, you'll find there are very many universities down there. So you check your weighted cluster and the cutoff points you compare. If it is equal or higher than the cutoff points, then you qualify for that course. Then now you can apply for that course. To apply for the identified courses, once you've gotten the courses, the first thing you're supposed to write is you write the codes. You do not write the name of the course and the university. You write the course codes. The course codes are right there. So after writing them down, you go to the dashboard. There's a place written application/revision tab. Then you click on that. Then you click on apply now. After going to apply now, you've been given instructions there on how to apply. You've been told, welcome to KUC Sphere Student Portal. Please read the following instructions carefully before applying for placement. You've been told this is eligible for only Kenyan citizens. It is not for any foreign student. You must be a Kenyan citizen for you to access this information, for you to be allowed to apply. And then you've been told how to apply the application progress. You've been told all programs have minimum requirements. That is what I've told you on the other side, subject minimum requirements. You may view the available programs and their requirements by clicking on the program tab. If you want to check maybe what is the qualification for nursing, just go to program code and then it will give you the minimum subject requirement, which is the most important thing. And then the main application page. On the main application page, you've been told if you're applying for a bachelor's degree, there is 1A, 1B, 1C, 2, 3, and 4. This is what happens. For number 1, let's say you want to do IT. You can apply number 1, A, B, and C for IT, but in 3 different institutions. If you want to come to JQuat, you put JQuat as number 1A for Bachelor of Information Technology. Then you put B, another institution. Then you put C, another institution. But it must be for Bachelor of Information Technology. Then you go to number 2, you apply a different course. You cannot bring IT here again. You look for another course that you prefer, the second choice. Then you go to another again course at the third choice. If you want to come to JQuat, you can still put JQuat as number 2 for a different course. Let's say maybe a course like agricultural economics and rural development for number 2. If you want to come to JQuat, you can still put JQuat as number 3 for another course, Bachelor of Public Administration and Leadership. If you still want to come to JQuat, you can put number 4 as JQuat, but for a different course. For example, Bachelor of Science in Control and Instrumentation. That is for the degree choices. For the diploma choices, you've been told diploma stroke level 6. You put 4 courses. You choose course 1. You put one different college, the TVET colleges, for example, Kiambu Institute of Science and Technology. You can put number 2, JQuat TVET. We have JQuat TVET. You can put number 3, a different one, and then number 4, a different one. Submitting the application. Remember, I told you, you do not write the course, neither do you write the university. You write the codes. You come and feed your codes as number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make sure you read down there, it has written the course and the university. When it tells you that you meet the minimum requirements for this course, check that the course is written Bachelor of Data Science in Jomo Kenyatta University. Because if you change one code, it is going to change the university. So you make sure you read the university. After that, you're supposed to click on Submit button. After you click on Submit button, it tells you now to go and pay. How do you pay? It tells you their choices to pay. You can either pay by M-Pesa, you can either pay by a bank, or you can do RTGS. Let's take the easiest, the M-Pesa. By the time you do this application, ensure that you have at least 1,515 shillings in your M-Pesa for payment, 15 shillings for the processing fee. So you go to your M-Pesa, you feed in pay bill, you go to pay bill, you put the e-citizen number, account number, which is 222. That is 22222, 22222. Then it tells you to enter your amount and the PIN number. You enter that. After you've entered that, remember you are given an account number. When you said you want to pay, you are given an account number, which is written there as number 4, WJEDZ and other numbers. Those unique numbers, those are your account numbers. Do not mistake an account number. If you mistake an account number, the amount, the money, the processing of money will not go in, or you might pay for another student somewhere else. So make sure that this account number, which has been generated in the system, it is attached to your index number. So you do not miss the account number. After that, you click on Complete. Then you come to payment completion. The account number you are given there, which comes in your M-Pesa number, the W something, you feed it there at the payment reference. Once you feed it there, you submit. After submitting, it tells you successful. It tells you payment confirmation, and then it tells you successful. You click on OK. Now you've completed your application. After completing your application, your dashboard is going to change. It's going to give you all the courses you've applied for and all the university that you've chosen from. That is from number 1 to number 4. To overcome the challenges of accessing KUCCPS website, save your cluster groups page as an image in your laptop. So you go and check your cluster weight. If maybe you want to check courses and the system is a bit slow, just take them and save them somewhere. So that one will be easy anytime you want to check your weighted cluster. You can also download. When you go to downloads, you've been told you can download a second document which is written degree program cutoff points. You download that one. Then you stay with it. You can be checking per university, the cutoff points and your weighted cluster. Degree cutoff document is also there. You can download that to give you all the cutoff points for all universities in Kenya, both private and public. And you have the cluster weight and the cluster group to compare. And so for example, you have a course written Bachelor of Science. Every course has a group, which is Bachelor of Science Actuarial Science with IT, which is number 10C. That is the cluster group of that course. And then what's next after application? You are done with your application. There are things you need to know. If you go there and apply for a course that you do not qualify for, maybe you meet the subject requirements, but you do not qualify for, the system will allow you to apply. But now, unfortunately, you will not be picked in any university. So what happened? KUCCPS is going to give you a second or even a third chance to come and apply. The disadvantage of that is that when you come to apply, all the other courses will have been filled in several universities. So you will be forced to pick a course that you did not want to pick, and maybe even in a university that you did not want to pick. For example, you're applying for nursing, and you do not qualify for nursing in a university which is ranked highly. Your cutoff points are maybe 40, and the universities want 42. Then you go and apply in a university of 42 cutoff points. You will not be picked. When you come to the second selection, unfortunately, you will not find nursing as one of the choices. It will have been filled in your university. So make sure you only apply for a course that you meet the cutoff point. Then the results will be released. You will be told the institution you've been called in, and then you are supposed to contact that institution for your admission letter. For JQuat, we will give instruction on our website where you get the letter, how to download the documents, and how to take it. From that, there's something we call funding application, that is sponsorship and help application for the government-sponsored students. For the funding application, we are divided into 5 bands. That is band 1 up to band 5. Band 1 is for the most needy students. So ensure if you have something that you know puts you in the category of a needy person. Let's say maybe something happened and you lost both of your parents, or even one, or maybe your guardian who is taking care of you. Ensure you attach a document that proves that you lost your guardian. For band 5, you'll be given the minimal sponsorship by HELP. After that, we have something we call inter-university transfer, which is still done through the KUCCPS portal. When you come to JQuat, let's say you came to JQuat to do a course in public administration, and maybe you want to change to do a course in BCom. We give you a window to do change of course. The first 2 weeks, once you come and report and orientation, the second week we give you a chance to request to change to a course that you feel more comfortable. And then after that, the third week you start classes in your new course. That is the end. Our colleges will present to guide you on the courses and the career that you will do after you are done with JQuat in school. Thank you. Questions and answers will come later. You're welcome to JQuat.
Thank you so much, Susan, from Admissions Department of JKUAT, for your highlight. Our listeners, please note you'll have a second chance within this session to interact with Eunice and the team, Susan and team. And as she has explained, please put your questions as you are told by Eunice, and maybe Eunice, you can explain how to handle the questions, because now that we have started, so that every presentation, how the questions will flow and how they will be answered, and how we shall later on try to address most of the general. We want as many questions to come in so that we can answer them also in a more universal manner. Then we can engage with you individually. Eunice.
Okay, so I would advise that you go to that group called COOPS, funding, that group that is related to what she has just presented, and ask your question there, if not on the YouTube chat. And then we shall follow the same formula when the other colleges are presenting. When the person from College of Engineering and Technology talks, if you have a question, you can go to that group and ask there. So it will be easy for us to capture all your questions.
Okay, thank you. So we welcome the second presenter to present the opportunities at JKUAT in our College of Engineering and Technology. Welcome. Dennis.
Thank you very much, and welcome to this forum, particularly now. We're talking about engineering in JKUAT. And before I get started, let me say that I'm addressing to those future engineers in this country and the world, and to remind you that engineering is what drives the world nowadays. So here I want to address to those who are aspiring to be future engineers. And here we're going to share on what JKUAT is offering, and being one of the best institution training engineering in the country, you need to pay attention so that we can get to know how you can join us and we make you the engineer you want to be. So I need to remind you that JKUAT on many occasions has been ranked highly in terms of engineering training, and from the engagement with the society, we've had a privilege to know that our engineers are doing the best in the market. And I will encourage you to choose JKUAT as part of your engineering training so that you can join the team the best. Now, to get started, then we need to get to know the background of engineering in JKUAT. Need to know the background. So engineering is one of the oldest colleges in JKUAT, having been started in 1981 as a faculty. Of course, they offer their first degree in 1990 and before transforming to a full College of Engineering and Technology in 2010. We have a student population that is the future aspiring engineers who are already registered. There are about 5,000 students. We have a strong staff of about 400. And it's important to note that all our engineering programs are accredited by the relevant regulatory bodies, and they are recognized also worldwide under the Washington Accord, where recently we got our first program being recognized under Washington Accord. That means if you do this particular program, you are recognized anywhere in the world, so long as that country is a member of the Washington Accord. That is an achievement that we are very much proud of. I need to also mention that we have alumni in all the sectors, people who have been trained by us, and they are in all sectors in the country and the region, including in power production and distribution, telecommunication industry. We have marine and maritime sector. We have our alumni in mechanized industrial setups. We have our alumni in parastatos, some of them very senior. We have also alumni in the academia world. We have professors and doctors even in all other universities, counties, private sector, and any other. So we are proud that our network has spread that wide. Also to mention that we have collaborations. That means our students, after their first degree, they can have a chance to further their studies or to engage with the industry through our collaborations, like in power sector, in other universities outside countries like Japan, China, Germany. That's why we send most of our students on scholarships to go and further their studies there. Also in the manufacturing world, we are collaborating with some of the biggest companies in the country so that our students are exposed to that environment. We also have students attached to parastatals involved in road construction, county governments, and many other sectors. So we're proud of these achievements because it's evidence that what we are doing is being noticed. Now, let us now get back to the academics, and this is where you need to pay attention so that you know how to choose whichever engineering course that you are aspiring to do. In engineering under the college, we have 5 schools, where out of those 5 schools, we have 14 departments, and each of these engineering courses is placed in a specific department related to the area of specialization. We have, these are the list of the programs that you're going to find for engineering. And here is where you need to have your pen ready so that you can get to know. We have a Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronic Engineering. We also have a Bachelor of Science in Electronic and Computer Engineering. We have Bachelor of Science in Telecommunication and Information Engineering. Those are what we call power or electrical and power related engineering courses, which are under the School of Electrical and Information Engineering. In the sector of construction, we have Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, we have Bachelor of Science in Geomatic Engineering, and we have Bachelor of Science in Geospatial Information Science. These ones are under the School of Civil and Environmental Engineering. So if you're interested in the construction and building sector, those are the areas you need to focus on. Under the mechanical and manufacturing, we have a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering. That is one of the two newest engineering courses, and one of the unique course in the country, very unique and becoming very popular. That is Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering and Bachelor of Science in Materials and Metallurgical Engineering. That's the second one, which are among the newest in the family of JKUAT engineering courses. We have Bachelor of Science in Mechatronics Engineering, very popular again because of the technology world we are heading to. We have Bachelor of Science in Marine and Marine Engineering and Bachelor of Science in Mining. Remember, we are the only ones offering Bachelor of Science in Marine Engineering in the country. That is one of the unique courses that we have. In the agricultural sector, we have Bachelor of Science in Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Energy and Environmental Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Water and Environmental Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Water and Environment Management, as well as Bachelor of Science in Aquaculture. Then we have in the building sciences, we have a Bachelor of Architecture, a Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, a Bachelor of Construction Management, and Bachelor of Quantity Survey, and Bachelor of Real Estate. Now, having known the names of the engineering courses we have, we'll be going deeper to explain each and every category very soon. So over and above the teaching, we do a lot of research, and we have facilities for that. And the research, where we do research, we have issues like drones, issues like 3D printing. We have all these equipments in our labs, and that's a demonstration of sample of what we have in our labs, fully equipped labs with all the modern technology to ensure that your training is successful. By the time you finish your course, you will feel fully qualified. Some of the projects, like you can see there, we're doing rocket launching. There are some pictures, innovations, and linkages. So there you find some of the projects you are doing. And this one has been ongoing, especially for the rocket. It has been tested and is ongoing. And we are proud of the achievements, as well as robotics and other similar projects. So when you're doing these programs, you be sure you'll be exposed to a lot of technology, and you'll be able to join the technology world. Now, very briefly, how will you come and join engineering in JKUAT? Because I know that is a question many of you are now asking. Many a times we know engineering courses, because of competitive nature, they take high points, A-, A+, and related. But I'm going to mention in 1 minute about the 4 ways that you can make you the engineer you want to aspire to be. One is what you have been explained earlier about joining as a selection from the KUCCPS. That one has been explained very well. Then, if you don't attain that high grade and you miss out on that, you can still, if the parent can be able to pay for you, please come in and apply directly as a self-sponsored students. And the online application will be opening next week as well if you are far. So long as you have a C+ and above, and C+ in the subject combination. And subject combination for engineering here is maths, physics, chemistry, and languages. So you must ensure if you have a C+ and above, and you miss out on the KUCCPS application, but you still want to be the engineer, then you can apply as a self-sponsored student. Next, some of you may miss out on either subject cluster, or you miss out on a mean grade. So if you get a C+ and above, but you still want to be an engineer you want to be, you can go to any TVET institution, apply for the diploma in that particular area of engineering. Once you're through with the diploma, you can join us and come and do the degree of your interest, of your choice. You still become the engineer that you wanted to be. The advantage of diploma is that if you score well, you get an exemption when you're joining the degree. So that's the third option. The fourth option is you can come in, do the certificate. Maybe you did not attain the C+. In the TVET institution, you'll be able to apply for the certificate. Then after that, progress to the diploma, and you come and do the degree. So all these choices you have to make sure you progress to become the engineer that you wanted to be. Now, let us now dwell into each and every program very briefly, so that at least now you can know how to make a choice. We mentioned about the engineering courses in the sector of electrical and power related areas. So cluster subjects, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and language. Of course, it doesn't mean you don't pass the other courses. You pass well because that one contributes to your mean grade. If you want to apply as a self-sponsored, the requirements are also there. You can be able to, so long as you get a C+ and above in those cluster combination, then you can come to join electrical. The careers in this sector, that is the Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, the Bachelor of Science in Electronic and Computer Engineering, or Bachelor of Science in Telecommunication and Information Engineering. The sectors you can venture after you graduate. You can be an electrical engineer, you can be a systems engineer, you can be a controls engineer, you can also be a broadcast engineer, also energy generation or distribution. You can join the telecommunication sector, that is a 5G, fiber optics, and many other telecommunication areas. You can also be a switching systems engineer, or even optical fiber specialists, networks, or microwave transmission systems. So all these areas, once you do any of these degree courses in electrical and telecommunication related areas, you can be able to become one of these and venture into that sector. Now, we go to the machinery, manufacturing, and other related fields, where we have the School of Mechanical Material and Manufacturing Engineering. So if you do either of these courses, mechatronics engineering, or mechanical engineering, or aerospace engineering, or marine engineering, or mining engineering, and materials, remember the same cluster subjects: mathematics, physics, chemistry, and language. Now, what are the areas you can venture into? You can be a mechanical engineer, you can be a mechatronics engineer, you can be a marine engineer, you can be an aerospace engineer, you can also be an electromechanical technician, you can also be an industrial designer, you can also be a mine valuation or mine processing or mine design for those who are in the mining sector. You can also be a mineral processing engineer or even a process chemist. All these and many others, you can venture and work comfortably in those particular areas. Now, in the building sector, and this one, because we know there is a lot of boom in building sector in the world. Remember, if you do this degree engineering courses in building sector, you can be able to venture into either transport sector, that is road construction. You can venture into the building sector, where is building construction. You can also venture into water sector, where you can do water dams and other water networks. If you remember the same cluster combination, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and English, and careers here, you can venture, you can be in building sector, consulting civil engineer, you can be a design engineer, you can also geotechnical engineer, and other related fields. The other school now in agricultural sector is the School of Biosystems and Environmental Engineering. Then here, the same subject combination: maths, physics, chemistry, and English. Then you can become one of either food production expert, agricultural specialist, or soil technician, or in large scale or small scale businesses, you can also be a water quality engineer and related field. Finally, now in the building sciences, where we have the architect, those people who do a lot of drawings. Then you can do Bachelor of Architecture, you can do Bachelor of Quantity Survey, you can do Bachelor of Landscape Architecture and Real Estate. What will you become? Here, the subject combination changes. We do not require chemistry as a core subject in this sector. So here you need maths, physics, and language. You can become an architect, you can become a graphic designer, you can become an urban designer, and other related fields. So the choice is there for you. It is you to make up the choice and be able to do the right choice, especially when you are selecting. Remember, one very important point to mention is that engineering courses take 5 years. Architecture takes 6 years. So as you apply, you need to do your planning very well. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope we are going to engage a lot. That is our contact. If you have any question, even after today, you can also send directly to that particular email. You can send an email. We are glad to respond to your issues. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Thank you so much, Dennis, for that very elaborate presentation on engineering opportunities at KUAT. And we hope we have convinced one engineer. For those who are thinking about agriculture, agriculture is very important to the economy and globally, food security and related. Welcome, Alice, to say a few highlights about agriculture and opportunities in College of Agriculture and natural resources.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Alice. I'm going to present for the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. When JKUAT began in the 1980s, it began as a middle-level college offering diploma courses in agriculture and engineering. So agriculture is one of the oldest courses in JKUAT. It has stood the test of time. The backbone of Kenya's economy is still agriculture. You'll find that 56% of Kenya's workforce is employed by agriculture, whether directly or indirectly by government, by NGOs, by international organizations. So agriculture is a very important field, even as you think of what career to pursue as you finish your high school. So College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, abbreviated as COANRE. We have 3 schools under the College of Agriculture. We have the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, abbreviated there as SOAS, where we have 2 departments, horticulture and food security. We have Department of Agriculture and Resource Economics. We're going to go into the careers that are offered by those departments in a moment. Secondly, we have the school, Sonra, School of Natural Resources and Animal Sciences, where we have 2 departments, Animal Sciences Department and Land Resource Planning and Management Department. Thirdly, we have the School of Food and Nutrition Sciences, abbreviated there as SOFNAS, where we have the Department of Food Science and Technology and the Department of Human Nutrition and Dietetics. We have over 2,000 students, so agriculture is not a small feat. So this is a place you should feel welcome to. Next, we want to go into the careers that are offered in the College of Agriculture. First, you want to talk about the Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. This is a course that talks about the broad field of agriculture, where you talk about crop science, animal production, and agricultural economics. Next, we have the Bachelor of Science in Horticulture. This is where you study about the focus areas are floriculture, ornamental plants production and plantscaping, turf grass production and maintenance, the people who make golf courses and those beautiful football pitches you see on TV. Then we have landscape design and management is also taught under BSc Horticulture. We also have Bachelor of Science in Environmental Horticulture and Landscaping Technology. Again, this intermarries with horticulture here and there. You'll study about ornamental plants, you'll study about fruits and vegetables and how to make high-value products that make a lot of money out there. In the Department of Horticulture and Food Security, we also have the postgraduate degree programs like Master of Science in Horticulture, Master of Science in Plant Breeding, Master of Science in Plant Health, Science and Management, Master of Science in Research Methods, Master of Science in Landscape Planning and Development and Conservation. And then we have the PhD programs corresponding to that also that are offered by the department. Next, we want to talk about the next department, Department of Agricultural Resource Economics. This is the department that deals with agricultural financing, agricultural commodities, and how to achieve maximum benefits from them. This is the department that has embraced technology to show you how you can turn agriculture into money. So the courses are offered under this department are Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Economics and Rural Development, Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness Management and Enterprise Development, Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness Economics and Food Industry Management. So if you want to make your money out of agriculture, these are the courses you want to study. And then those are the corresponding postgraduate MSc and PhD programs that are offered by the department. Next, we have the third department, the Department of Animal Sciences and Department of Animal Sciences. This department, the courses here address all aspects of agriculture that relate to animal production, animal health, and processing of livestock products. So the program that we have running currently under that department is the Bachelor of Science in Animal Health, Production and Processing. We have the other programs listed there that will be coming up shortly. We also have postgraduate programs in the department as listed there. So once you finish your first degree, if you want to venture into more studies, those programs are available for you. Next, we want to talk about the Department of Land Resource Planning and Management. Here we have the Bachelor of Science in Land Resource Planning and Management. This is where you study about the wide potential offered by land as a natural resource, how to make full use of it, how to embrace climate change. And you know that climate change is a hot cake in global politics right now. So under that degree, you learn how to make the best use of all the resources that are on offer for you to make maximum use of land. So, and then you have the postgraduate programs that are listed there that are also on offer from that department. Next, we have the Department of Food Science and Technology. The Department of Food Science and Technology, you have BSc Food Science and Technology, BSc Nutraceutical Science and Technology. This is straightforward. You go to learn about food and the technologies involved in the production of food, whether from the farm or from elsewhere. And we're going to talk more about that as we go ahead. Those are the postgraduate programs offered under that department. Next, you have the Department of Human Nutrition Sciences. The academic undergraduate programs offered there: Bachelor of Science in Food Science and Nutrition, Bachelor of Science Human Nutrition and Dietetics, Bachelor of Science Food Service and Hospitality Management. These are the people who go to supervisors in food production industries and places where food is being offered on large scale. Like on airlines, you'll find the people who go to supervise food preparation and so on are the people who study these degrees. And then now we come to the interesting place, the entry requirements for our courses. You have direct entry from high school, where the candidate should have the required minimum aggregate of C+ in the KCSE. In addition, the candidate should have a C plane in the subjects listed below: biology, chemistry, mathematics or physics or geography or agriculture, and English or Kiswahili. So once you have your C+ aggregate, you can have your C plane in these subjects and you're good to go. Option B, you can have a C plane in biological sciences, physical sciences, mathematical geography, and English or Kiswahili. You can also go the diploma route, where as long as you've done one of the diplomas that are recognized by the University Senate, then you're allowed to come and join. If you have a credit pass and above, you're allowed to join in from second year onwards. And then we want to have a look at the facilities that are used in training. We have glass houses, greenhouses. We have good quality laboratories and good facilities. So our courses are very, very practical. You'll get the best that there is. This is inside the animal science laboratory. We have state-of-the-art facilities, as you can see there. Then these are the training workshops in the School of Food and Nutrition Sciences. You can see there preparation of next slide, please. Oh, yes, you can see there people dealing with baking and meat processing and yogurt production and so on. Then we have the food fortification lab. And as you can see, we have high quality facility. And then internationalization. We've had a lot of exchange programs under the College of Agriculture. You can see there are students in Tokyo, students from Tokyo coming to visit also and see our facilities. We want to make a special mention of the Bachelor of Science in Animal Health, Production and Processing. Remember, we've said there are other courses under the College of Agriculture. As long as you have your aggregate mean of C+, you have a C plane in the other subjects. For Bachelor of Science in Animal Health and Production, you need to have a C+ in those subjects: biology, chemistry, mathematics, or physics, or geography, or agriculture, or a C plane in biological sciences, physical sciences, mathematics, geography, or any of those 4 subjects. This is because this degree is medical. It's highly regulated by the Kenya Veterinary Board. So the cutoffs are a little bit higher for this. If you find that you've worked hard and life has not gone your way and your grades are not so good, you can opt to start a diploma. We offer the diploma in animal health, production and processing that started recently, where you need a minimum aggregate of C plane with at least a C plane in biology, biological sciences, and a C- in chemistry and mathematics or agriculture or physics, geography. So we always have an option. We want to look more in the animal science degree. We had a program, we were having an exchange program with Israel. That has, you can see they have the students there. Then we want to look at the career opportunities. Like we said, agriculture employs a very, very big percentage of the population of Kenya. You can be employed by government. We mentioned all those various qualifications. So you can be employed by government, by international organizations that are listed there, by NGOs, non-governmental organizations. So when you study the careers in agriculture, your world is very wide open. Let's look at, and those are other potential employers. This is especially for the area of animal science. You can see there Brookside, some of the brands that are well known to you, they employ our graduates are very popular with this. Fresher, Farmer's Choice, both as a farm manager in one of the farms, or Farmer's Choice, or in the production of the sausages in factory. Kenchik, the farms or the factories, you know, Norbrook, the chemical producing industries, as long as they're farm related, you get employment there. Again, another slide. We have more of the potential employers, some of the international organizations, you can see there. Yes, and that's it. So agriculture, like we said, is the backbone of Kenya's economy. We have some of the best facilities there are in East and Central Africa. So maybe this is an area you should think about seriously. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Alice, for that presentation in agriculture. Agriculture is not farming. Agriculture is not about digging. Agriculture is professional, it's tech, it is a business. There are many opportunities. Welcome to school, the College of Health Sciences. A lot of us who are thinking about careers in health-related sciences. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you very much. Welcome you to this presentation under the College of Health Sciences. So people aspiring to be doctors or policymakers in this field, this is the college for you. So I'll begin by saying, we were earlier explained for how you can enter the university as a government-sponsored student. So what I'm going to take you through here is how you can enter as a self-sponsored student. So under the College of Health Sciences, we have 5 schools: the School of Medicine, the School of Pharmacy, the School of Nursing, the School of Biomedical Sciences, and the School of Public Health. So there are 2 modes of studies as we described. There's the self-sponsored students and the government-sponsored students. While you may apply to enter in these 2 various ways, you do study together. So whether you come in as a self-sponsored student or you come in as a government-sponsored student, you will read together. You go to class together. The classes are not separate. You're taught as one. This applies to every student except those who are coming to upgrade under Bachelor of Radiography, who usually have classes on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So we start with the School of Medicine. Under the School of Medicine, we have certificate courses, diploma courses, and undergraduate, postgraduate, and those kind of courses. So the certificate courses that we have under this school is a certificate in HIV management and cancer. It requires a mean grade of C- with 2 years of post-secondary school proven involvement in HIV/AIDS community programs. So you just have to prove to us that you've done a program for a minimum of 2 years post your KCSE, and you have scored a C- in KCSE, and you qualify to do this certificate course. And we also have a diploma in the same, which is a diploma in HIV/AIDS management and counseling. It goes for a duration of 1 year with the same entry requirements of a mean grade of C stand, not C- as in the certificate, but C stand with a C in English or Kiswahili and a C in biology. We also have a diploma in clinical medicine and surgery, which is a 3-year course where there is a mean grade of C, with a C in English or Kiswahili, chemistry, biology, maths, physics. Allow me to take a pause there and explain that for any health science course, there are 4 cluster subjects that we look at. And these are looked at both at government application and also as when you apply as a self-sponsored student. And these are maths, English or Kiswahili, we take whichever you score higher, chemistry and biology. There are some courses, especially under biomedical sciences, that require physics or mathematics. So we can proceed. So the undergraduate courses under the School of Medicine, we have our most famous one, Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, which is a 6-year program. For self-sponsored students, we take a mean grade of B+, with a B in chemistry, a B in biology, a B in physics or mathematics, and a B in English or Kiswahili. Anywhere you see a slash in any of our programs within the university, it means we take the one that is higher. So if it's English or Kiswahili, English/Kiswahili, it means we take whichever you score higher. Our second program under that school is a Bachelor of Science in Clinical Medicine and Community Health, which is a 4-year program. And there are 2 ways you can enter. You can either enter directly from your KCSE and do the whole 4 years, or if you have a diploma from NEC that you've scored highly in, you can take the upgrading program, which will run you for 2.5 or 2.5 years. So for this, we require a mean grade of C+, with a C+ in the cluster subjects, that is chemistry, biology, physics or mathematics, English or Kiswahili. The third course offered in this school is Bachelor of Science in Comprehensive Ophthalmology and Cataract Surgery. These are people who end up being eye doctors. In general, they are called eye doctors. They take care of your eyes and everything to do with that area of your body. And this is a 3-year program. We usually take people who've done a higher diploma or a higher national diploma, or even a degree in clinical medicine in order for you to do this course. And you must be registered with the Clinical Officers Council. Then we have a Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy. This is a 4-year program for if you want to enter directly from Form 4. If you want to upgrade, it will be a 3-year program. We only exempt you in your first year. And this we take a mean grade of C+, with C+ in the cluster subjects, chemistry, biology, physics or maths, English or Kiswahili. Next, we have a BSc We also have a Bachelor of Science in Medical Social Work. These are a lot of graduates from this program also go abroad. They're the people you hear to go do jobs for the homes that take care of old people and homes that take care of people with disabilities. Anything social work related to the medical field. This is the course for you. So we take a mean grade of C+ with C in chemistry, biology, physics or maths, English or Kiswahili. So we move on to the next school that's in the College of Health Sciences, which is the School of Pharmacy, where I'm particularly from. And in this school, we have a Bachelor of Pharmacy, which is a 5-year program. I forgot to mention under medicine, we have medicine, the Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery is a 6-year program. All 6 years you learn, and then you're attached by the government for 1 year of internship post-graduation. So the same applies to pharmacy, only that in pharmacy, that it's a lesser year program, which is 5 years instead of 6. And then once you do the first board exams, you're attached by the government for 1 year, after which you can choose to leave or choose to find another job. So for the Bachelor of Pharmacy program, we take a mean grade of B-. You could notice that medicine is B+, pharmacy is B-. These are higher than the normal C+ entry requirement for university because these are highly regulated courses and also they are health sciences, meaning we take a bit higher than most other courses. So the mean grade is B- with B- cluster points in chemistry, and maths, you get a C you did a diploma, you have to have scored a C in KCSE. Just because you did a diploma doesn't mean we'll not look at your KCSE. So from KCSE level, you have to have scored a C, even in these cluster subjects, then done your diploma, then you can come to upgrade. But if you choose to enter directly, the grades are there. Then we move on to the School of Biomedical Sciences. Under this school, we have the Bachelor of Radiography. As you were told earlier, we are the only university within Kenya that offers this course, actually within Kenya and Africa. Tanzania started offering it last year, but they are yet to catch up. So we are most marketable in this program, Bachelor of Radiography. It is a 4-year program. It has direct entry from Form 4, and it also has upgrading, which takes 2 years. So the main grade, the entry requirements for this are C+, with a C+ in chemistry, biology, physics or mathematics, English or Kiswahili. Under this same school, we have a Bachelor of Science in Medical Laboratory Sciences, which is a 4-year program with a mean grade of C+, C+ in the cluster subjects. We also have Bachelor of Science in Medical Microbiology, which is 4 years, same C+ in the cluster subjects. A Bachelor of Science in Applied Bioengineering, which is a 4-year program. Applied Bioengineering is a biomedical course and not an engineering course. A lot of people apply to this course thinking it is engineering, but it is a biomedical course. As you can see, the word applied there means we are applying it on human beings. So it's applied bioengineering. Same C+, aggregate C+ in the cluster subjects. So then we have a Bachelor of Science in Medical Biochemistry, which is a 4-year program. Most of our bachelor programs in this school are 4 years, save for the ones that you enter to upgrade, which is C+, C+ in the cluster subjects. The same applies to Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, and Bachelor of Science in Industrial Biotechnology. Then we move on to the School of Public Health, which is Bachelor of Science in Public Health, Bachelor of Science in Community Health and Development, Bachelor of Science in Health Records Information Management. Again, C+, aggregate, C+ in cluster subjects. So what are the kind of career paths that these programs can lead you to? So under the School of Medicine, you can become a doctor, a clinician, a physiotherapist, a surgeon, a medical consultant, a policy maker, registrar of health, in the Ministry of Health. You can work for private sector, you can work for Doctors Without Borders, you can work for private sector, you can be a family doctor, a personal doctor. The career choices are many. Under the School of Pharmacy, you can become a pharmacist, a drug formulator, a policy maker in pharmacy. You can develop and new drugs and innovations. In the School of Nursing, you can become a nurse of all types, whether it's a palliative care, cancer care, caregiving, health, personal nurse, etc. In the School of Medical Sciences, you can become a lab technician, a phlebotomist, a radiographer, a sonographer, a medical researcher, medical consultant, just to mention but a few. In the School of Public Health, the courses lead to health record imaging, health science data analysts, community health workers, medical health researchers. We have various facilities and labs that we also take our students through to practice and research, and various masters. And I come to the end of my presentation. We welcome questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you so much. That is for people oriented or inclined to health-related courses and careers. So I welcome Dr. Kevin to outline some of the opportunities in the College of Pure and Applied Sciences.
Thank you. Welcome to the College of Pure and Applied Sciences, Corpus. This is one of the biggest colleges in the university, and we have 3 schools. I'll begin with the first school, the School of Mathematics and Physical Science. In this department, in this school, we have a number of departments. We begin with the first department, the Department of Chemistry. Here we have 4 undergraduate programs: Bachelor of Science in Analytical Chemistry, Bachelor of Science in Industrial Chemistry, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. And these programs are geared at producing analytical or industrial chemists for the industry, state corporations, research institutes, university sector, and other organizations. Their studies include practical and applied chemistry that will prepare students adequately for challenges in the new technological area. And With the minimum entry requirement is C+ as a mean grade, and chemistry and physics, you must have attained C+. Then you must have done mathematics or physical science. That can be considered, as well a diploma in applied sciences from institution recognized by the University Senate. The next department is the Department of Physics, and here we have 4 undergraduate programs: Bachelor of Science in Control and Instrumentation, and this program produces graduates with skills required in electronics, energy, environmental, and information technology to operate and maintain modern equipment in research laboratories, hospitals, water treatment plants, aviation, power plants, amongst others. We have a Bachelor of Science in Geophysics, which seeks to produce graduates in the field of applied geophysics who will work in oil, gas, and mineral exploration companies. And in the Geo Research Institute, we have Bachelor of Science in Renewable Energy and Environmental Physics. And this program equips students with knowledge and technological skills and values in the field of renewable energy and environmental physics. Now, for you to be able to qualify for either of those programs in physics, you must attain a mid grade of a C+, and you must have a C+ in physics, mathematics, and chemistry, and a minimum of a C in English. A diploma in applied sciences with either pass or a credit from an institution recognized by the Senate should also be considered. We also have Bachelor of Science, and this is offered under the physical science, or later we'll also talk about the biological science. And if you take the Bachelor of Science Physical Sciences, you are able to either major in chemistry or physics or pure and applied maths in your third year. And graduates here will work in industry research institutes and proceed for graduate studies. And the mean grade as well is C+, and a physics and chemistry, you must have attained at least C+. We move to the third department, and this is the Department of Statistics and Actuarial Sciences. We have a number of undergraduate programs. We begin with Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science, which is a branch of science that makes use of statistical and mathematical methods to quantify, predict, or model the risk of an event occurring. It applies the mathematics of probability and statistics to define, analyze, and solve financial implications of a certain future events. The traditional actuarial scientists involved in financial and insurance industries. We have Bachelor of Science in Financial Engineering, which is a multidisciplinary field of study that uses mathematical methods to provide solutions to problems in finance. They use concepts and methods from computer science, physics, statistics, and mathematics. The next third program here is Bachelor of Science in Biostatistics, which is a branch of science that advances statistical science and its application to solve biological problems in human health, animal health, and disease. It incorporates the design of biological experiments such that it facilitates the collection, interpretation, summarization, and analysis of data from such experiments. We have Bachelor of Science in Statistics, which is a branch of science that ideally presents the art of learning from any type of data. The discipline is concerned with collection, analysis, interpretation of data, as well as effective communication and presentation of results deduced from data. Then we have Bachelor of Science in Operation Research, which is a field of science that uses mathematical and engineering methods to study optimization problems in business, management, economics, computer science, civil engineering, industrial engineering, so as to make crucial through thorough, in-depth analysis to complex real-life problems. For you to be able to qualify for this program, you must have a mean grade of a C+ and a C+ in mathematics and English. Physics is not a must for these programs. Then we move to the fourth department, and this is the Department of Pure and Applied Mathematics. And here we have Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Computer Science, and many problems in pure and applied mathematics are now solved computationally. There is also many questions in theoretical computer science which are best addressed through mathematics. Applied mathematicians throughout the world are constantly engaged in the development of large programs to perform complex scientific computation, software development, computer architecture, and computer design skills. We have Bachelor of Science in Industrial Mathematics, and the course trains students to use mathematics to solve complex problems for industry, and careers span all over, including software development, financial technologies, pharmaceutical industries, petroleum industry, and many more. Examples of areas in industry that industrial mathematicians can find employment are signal processing, computer graphic, risk management, software testing, verification, database system, production line organizations, amongst others. And the minimum requirement is a C+ mean grade and a C+ in mathematics, and the student must have done chemistry and physics, and you must have attained a mean of C+. We move to the next school, the second school, which is the School of Biological Science, and we have two departments here, the Department of Botany, and it offers a number of undergraduate programs from the Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology, where students are equipped with necessary skills to address challenges in industry, agriculture, health, pharmacology, and energy sectors. Bachelor of Science in Microbiology, students who major in microbiology take courses from different branches of microbiology, including bacteriology, environmental, and medical microbiology. Such students may work in medical, environmental, pharmaceutical, and research institutions. We have Bachelor of Science in Botany, where you can specialize in plant pathology, and students who take courses focus on plant diseases and control, and may work in agriculture, pharmaceutical, and research organization. We have the Bachelor of Science in Botany major, and here a student who's studying botany is awarded as a major, doesn't have to specialize in either of the other specified areas. We have Bachelor of Science in Crop Protection, and this course aims at equipping young scientists with relevant skills for research in protection of crops from pests, diseases, weeds, and non-pathogenic related problems. We have Bachelor of Science Biological option, and here a student can be allowed to major into ecology, plant pathology, taxonomy, amongst other areas. And the minimum grade is a C+, and biology C+. Chemistry, physics, mathematics or physics or chemistry, you must have a C-. We have the second department here, which is the Department of Zoology. And here we have two options, animal physiology or applied entomology. We also have Bachelor of Science in Genomic Science, which essentially comprises the genetics and molecular biology and applications of these to studying genomes of organisms. It involves mapping of genes of human, animals, plants, and microorganisms by large DNA sequence analysis. We have Bachelor of Science in Applied Biology, and here it encompasses any manifestation of life from the DNA molecule to the interaction of organisms within the various ecosystems of the earth. And therefore, the broad discipline includes the subject areas of botany, zoology, microbiology, ecology, genetics, and molecular biology. We also have Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science and Bachelor of Science in Fisheries and Aquaculture. And we are saying that the minimum requirement here is a C+ and a C+ in biology, a C+ in chemistry, and a C+ in mathematics. We move to the last school in our college, and this is the School of Computing and Information Technology. And here we have two departments, the Department of Computing, and here we have the program with Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, which involves the study and design of computer systems and associated system softwares. It covers knowledge and techniques concerned with the design and exploitation of technology in the development of information processing systems. And the mean grade is a minimum is a B+, and at least a B+ in the mathematics, physics, and chemistry. We have Bachelor of Science in Computer Technology, and this program is designed to equip students with knowledge of software, data communication, and foundations of electronic system, along with microprocessor designs and programming languages. The entry requirement is a C+ minimum and a C+ in mathematics, physics, and chemistry. Then we have a final department, which is the Department of Information Technology, and we have two undergraduate programs, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, and this is aimed to provide students with a wide range of software, technical and technological ICT skills. And we have Bachelor of Science in Business Computing, which covers computing from a commercial or business perspective that opens up a wide range of career opportunities in either IT or general management, as well as a wide range of specialist software development roles. And the minimum entry requirement is a C+ and a C in mathematics or English. A diploma with a pass would be considered. Then we have a Diploma in Information Technology, which equips students with knowledge to provide consultancy and advisory services in the dynamic world of ICT. You can also develop software amongst others, and the minimum requirement is a C. Then we have a certificate in information technology, and here for you to qualify, you need a minimum of a C-. And then we also have Cisco Networking Academy, and the minimum requirement is a C-. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kevin. That is pure and applied sciences all the way to ICT. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving very well in terms of time management. We have only one major college remaining, that is the College of Human Resource Development. That's where management courses, finance, accounting, and even journalism, development studies, etc., can be accessed. So I will welcome the resource person from College of Human Resource to give us a review of what is offered there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is David Makia. I'm going to give you a few guides on the College of Human Resource Development. So if you go to the second slide, that's just the second slide, please. That's the third slide. It's just a frontage of the entrance to the building. Then on the third slide, it's indicating that you have 2 schools and 2 centers. The next slide. Just indicating the mode of study and that you can pay your school fees in part or the full. Go to the next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah, so and there's a department we call entrepreneurship, technology, leadership, and management. We have a diploma in human resource management where the main grade is C, and at least a D+ in English or mathematics. Next slide, please. There are undergraduate courses in this department: Bachelor of Human Resource Management, Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, BSc Project Management, BSc Strategic Management, BSc Business Information Technology Management, BSc Public Administration and Leadership, and then the last one is BSc Leadership and Governance. For all these courses, the minimum mean grade is C+ with a C in mathematics and English. You can go on to the next one, please. We have now the second department of procurement and logistics, where we have 2 diploma courses: purchasing and supplies is the first one. Second one is supply chain management. Entry requirements and mean grade is C, at least D+ in English. Go to the next slide, please. Undergraduate courses, we have the Bachelor of Science in Procurement and Contract Management. There's also the Bachelor of Science in Supply Chain Management, and then the third one is Bachelor of Logistics and Fleet Management, which is a new course. Mean grade is C+ with at least a C in mathematics and English. Go to the next slide. We have the other department, which is Department of Business Administration. 2 diploma courses, one in Business Administration, the other one in Business Information Technology. Entry requirements is a mean grade of C and at least a D+ in English and mathematics. Then the undergraduate courses is a Bachelor of Commerce and the Bachelor of Business Information Technology. Main grade is C+ with a C in mathematics and English. Next, you have the Department of Economics, Accounting, and Finance. It's a diploma course, microfinance. Main grade is C, at least a D+ in English and mathematics. Then you have the undergraduate courses, BSc Economics and BSc Banking and Finance. So for economics, mean grade is C+, with at least C in mathematics and English. Banking and Finance will require C+, at least a C+ in mathematics and English. Then We now go to the second school, that is of Communication and Development Studies. The diploma courses in the first department of Media, Technology and Applied Communication. You have a diploma in Mass Communication, a diploma in Public Relations, then there's also a diploma in Sign Language. The entry requirements mean grade is C- or a C plus in English, and a pass in mathematics is necessary. Undergraduate courses is the Bachelor of Mass Communication, is the Bachelor of Science in Corporate Communication and Management, then there's the Bachelor of Journalism. Mean grade is C plus with C in mathematics and English or Kiswahili. Then we have a center for foreign languages, and there are 5 certificate courses, one in German, second one in French, third in Japanese, Chinese, and the communication skills in English. Entry requirements for these programs, all of them is a mean grade of D plus. Then we go to the second department in this school, that is Development Studies, the diploma in Community Development. Mean grade is C- with at least C plus in English and a pass in mathematics. Undergraduate courses, you have Bachelor of Science in Development Studies, Bachelor of Science in Public Management and Development, Bachelor of Science in Community Development and Environment, and then a Bachelor of Science in Information Science and Management, which is new. Mean grade for entry is C plus with at least a C in mathematics, English, or Kiswahili. Then we have our second center for professional studies. We have 9. There's accounting technician diploma, diploma in credit management, certified public accountant, certified public secretaries, certified investment analyst, certified procurement and supplies professional, certified credit professional, certified human resource professional. And the last one is accounting software and statistical packages. These are short professional courses that can lead you on to, that are done concurrently with your other programs, like the degree programs. Entry for certified courses is a mean grade of C plus, but the diploma courses is a mean grade of C minus. Now, what are the career paths? In the School of Business Entrepreneurship, the courses that you do can put you as a human resource practitioner. You can go as a project manager. You can be an expert in strategic management, business managers, generally public administrators, also teaching you to be in leadership, procurement officers, business owners. You could be an economist, you could go into the banking industry, and opportunities are both in the public sector and with the NGO. In the second school of Communication and Development Studies, career paths include mass communication practitioners, public relations officers, corporate communications manager, journalists, community development officers, humanitarian aid workers, community workers, even records manager. For the Center of Professional Studies, training is to prepare you to be accountants, company secretaries, financial analysts, also going to human resource. Then Center for Foreign Languages would make you a bilingual professional, where in your profession you're required to have 2 languages, maybe English and French. You can also be into facilitation of professional training in countries. It can facilitate you to undertake training in countries of origin. For example, you want to go and study in Japan, you come and we train you on the language of Japanese. So we're talking about the facilities that we have, especially for the media, journalism. We actually have studios. We also have counselors. And we offer various professional workshops that are open to students, not just in CORED, but also in other colleges, in collaboration with the Institute of Human Resource Management. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Next, we have Moses from TVET, who will tell us about the technical courses. As Moses comes in, you can continue interacting with us by sending your questions.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. My name is Moses. I'm going to present a short slide on JQuat TVET Institute, the courses we offer. The JQuat TVET Institute is located at JQuat Karen along Bogani Road, which is off Langata South Road. The environment offers conducive and serene environment for study with well-connected infrastructure and road networks. The JQuat TVET Institute was approved for establishment during the 488th UMB meeting, which was held on 27th April 2022. University Council approved during the 121st University Council meeting held on 19th May. The JQuat TVET Institute was assessed for the purpose of registration and licensing on 31st October 2022. A total of 21 programs were assessed and inspected at both diploma and certificate level. The academic programs that we are offering, JQuat TVET Institute was approved to offer the following 21 courses under TVET CDAC and HRMPEB. The courses are at diploma and certificate level where we run the CDET. The course offered cut across business, ICT, construction management, health records, community health, and library information science, as we endeavor to venture into engineering and other STEM-related areas. The academic programs are as below. Diploma programs, level 6, we have business management, corporate governance, human resource management, ICT technician, library and informational science, office administration, project management, supply chain management, construction management, health records, community health, cyber security, and computer science, as in diploma level 6. Certificate level 5, we have business management, financial and sales, human resource management, ICT technician, library and information science, office administration, project management, supply chain management. We run diploma courses level 6 and certificate courses level 5. For diploma course, the mean grade is a C-, and for the certificate course, the mean grade is D plain. How to apply? You can either apply through COOPS or drop an email to the director TVET at jquat.ac.ke or visit our website. Then we have the facilities. We have a hostel within the campus, which has a 100 capacity bed. In conclusion, JQuat is committed to offering quality training in TVET, and we will endeavor to meet our mandates within the region and beyond. We welcome all the Form 4 leavers to choose JQuat TVET Institute for your diploma and certificate courses. Thank you.
So we have Karen campus. Malo is going to do a presentation on the courses in Karen, including law.
Hello. Okay. Okay, this is Kenya. This is JQuat School of Law. The School of Law, we have 3 departments. There is public,
public law, law science and technology, and private law. On the programs, we have two main programs, Bachelors of Law and Masters of Law. Under the Bachelors of Law, we have two modules, the government-sponsored and Module 2, the self-sponsored students. For the minimum entry requirements, for the self-sponsored, one must have a mean grade of C+ and be plain in any of the languages, either English or Kiswahili. If one is not able to get a C+ in English, then one is privileged to first attain a diploma. And if the mean grade at KCSE was C and above, then you will be in a position to join us and continue with the Bachelor of Laws. Then also, if one has another degree, one is a degree holder, then he can come and proceed with the School of Law, but get accreditation from the Council of Legal Education. Next, in Bachelors of Law, we have quite a number of facilities when it comes to giving out or offering the information. We have the library, quite spacious and with lots of books, ebooks, and also hard books. We have a computer lab, well fitted. We have lots of sporting activities and student counseling activities, hostel and accommodation, well catered for. A number of activities takes place at our School of Law. For instance, when students are in the course of studies, we have some competitions. We call them moot competitions, both local and international. These entails students from other universities, from other entities coming and competing and trying to to do what happens in courtrooms, to debate and come up with solutions in the line of studies. We have a number of other activities like seminars and conferences managed by the schools and also in collaboration with other organizations and institutions from outside. We also have a number of mentorship programs. We also have judicial attachment. This is where the students go and interact with the society. For judicial attachments, it usually happens after the second year of study. The students are attached to the law courts, where they interact with the society and understand how things happen outside. We also have legal clinics. Legal clinics is where the students, after that year of study, they go out either to institutions, either to other organizations of their choice. If they don't have, if they are not able, then it is organized by the university on the areas, or rather the places where they can go and gather more experience in line with studying law. On career path, we first maybe ask ourselves, who is a lawyer? A lawyer is a person who practices law. Then the roles vary greatly across different legal jurisdictions. For instance, a lawyer can have different titles. For instance, an advocate, attorney, barrister, counsel, a legal executive. It also can be a public servant. These roles has different functions and different privileges also. For instance, we have people who will want to, rather we have specifically like 3 main areas where our students, or rather a practice. For instance, one can go and one can start a legal firm and start practicing law. One can decide to be a consultant. One can decide to continue with the research and be a scholar, or maybe a hybrid of those. And also, one can decide to get to these institutions and be, like, for instance, all these legal offices. We have all these big organizations have a legal office where we have a lawyer designated to handle all legal issues that relates to the organization or institution. So those three areas, one can have a hybrid, or rather one can be a lecturer teaching, is practicing, and serving maybe three roles in at the same time. For instance, if like our lecturers, most of them, they also practice, so they are able to give our students information real time, what is happening on the ground, because they interact with the society, they bring the information, and that is what they keep the students, they teach our students here. So basically, in the School of Law, as I finish my presentation, we say that these are the learned friends. This is the home of learned friends. So our students who are willing to join the club of learned friends, you work hard, and especially in English or any of the languages. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Malawi, joining us from Karen. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, our audience, we've come to the first session where we have presentations. I believe you have questions, and we have received some of them. I'll ask those who made presentations to move to the Busan team. Please come to the front. We will have a session where, and I think we will start with the first presenter. I hope that he or she has received. Please move to the front. So the questions you have asked are processed and divided into various areas depending on the question, and allocated a specific speaker. So I'll ask we can start with Dennis. Are you ready? You are the second speaker. And so all presenters, please, I hope you have received a sample of the questions that are directly pertinent to your area of presentation, related to your either college or the general admission process for JKUAT. If that is okay, I'll ask, starting with Dennis Wabua, to answer questions related to engineering, please. Dennis.
Okay, I've received the questions, but I know majority have already responded to you on the chat directly, but for the benefit of the others who are listening, I can just repeat my answers. There was a question on, can you tell me a good engineering course that can be combined with IT? I responded to that one, of course, by indicating that engineering and IT work hand in hand. And even the training we are giving nowadays, there's a lot of application of IT. So even teaching IT units, so by the time you're finishing your engineering, you'll also be competent in that area of IT, because the drawings and the like are being done online nowadays. The requirements for land survey, like I indicated, land survey, what the course we have similar to that is Bachelor of Science in Geospatial Information Science. That is where you learn about land survey course. So we have the requirements, of course, the cluster we had already indicated, maths, physics, and chemistry as a main requirement for the course. Someone was saying, I want to work in energy sector, in renewable energy. Do you have a course? I responded by saying the course we have related to renewable energy is under the physics department. There's a Bachelor of Science in Renewable Energy, and you can be able to get all that communication as well. The possibility to pursue Bachelor of Architecture after completing diploma. Are there exemptions? Yes, if you do the diploma, which is recognized by JKUAT, especially diploma in architecture from JKUAT, then you'll be able to be considered for exemption. If you got a credit and above, you go to second year. If you get a pass, you go to first year. So yes, we take diploma in architecture, and they are exempted if they get a credit. I was thinking of bringing telecommunication and information engineering, like you work in the communication sector, signaling, telecommunication, fiber optics, 5G, networking companies, and the like. So those are the areas you are likely to venture. You can also work in electrical sector because there is a lot of networking and communication in electrical production and distribution. Can I study engineering if I didn't get required grade in chemistry? If you didn't get the required grade in chemistry, then we recommend that you start from the diploma so that you upgrade from the diploma to the degree. Okay, the question and fee structure for BSc Marine Engineering. Fee structure for engineering courses are standard is 336,600 per year. That means for 2 semesters. One semester is 170, the other semester is 165. So I would like to know the possible pathways through which one can become, or this one is repeated. I've already responded about renewable energy, written twice. What the cutoff point for architecture? Last year, cutoff point for architecture was 41.803. So we are hoping to still be within that particular range. That is the cutoff point. Do you accept KCNP in diploma in architecture? At least you have clarified that is the Kenya Coast National Polytechnic. I indicated that our entry requirement is diploma from an institution recognized by university as equivalent. So I've requested you if you can forward that one because previously we didn't encounter that certificate. Kindly send forward and we are going to advise you accordingly. But if it's a NEC examined, yes, we take NEC diplomas into our degree. My son is interested in aeronautical engineering. I understand you offer aerospace engineering. Are the two the same and does one lead to the other? I've already responded and you have acknowledged that the difference between aeronautical and aerospace. Aeronautical only deals with the vessels or aircrafts within the Earth's atmosphere. For aerospace, we are going to the extent of studying those air vessels which go beyond, like satellites and other related flying objects. Is electrical engineering and computer engineering related? Yes, I've said there is a lot of relation because in electrical sector, there is electronics and our electronics engineers work in electrical background. Yes, so they are related. Can electrical lead to telecommunication? I've indicated is the other way around. It is telecommunication that can lead to electrical as part of career progression. Thank you. I think those are the questions I've managed to receive.
Okay, thank you very much. Can we have Alice respond to? And listeners and our audience, please, more questions are welcome. This meeting is being recorded. So Alice.
Thank you. I have a question. I have a degree in education science, biology, and agriculture. I would love to venture into the field of agriculture. What do you recommend? I think we answered in the chat and we said this is a relevant field. What you require is to have at least a second upper in that degree, and then you're able to join into any of our master's programs, Master of Science in Horticulture, Master of Science in Plant Health Science and Management, Master of Science in Research Methods, Master of Science in Plant Breeding. If you have a second lower, then you require at least 2 years relevant work experience in the field, and then you're admitted into the master's program. And then another question, what about research funding for postgraduates and research opportunities for undergraduates? Research funding for postgraduate agriculture is one of the most supported programs that we have when it comes to postgraduates. So it's a matter of you come and apply and get connected to some of the people who fund us a lot. The Japanese, the Belgians, we get quite a bit of research funding for postgraduates. Research opportunities for undergraduates, you can get to assist some of the lecturers that do their research work. I think those are the opportunities that are available for research when you're still an undergraduate. When you go to postgraduate, then the field is much wider. Thank you. Those are the two questions.
Okay, thank you, Alice. The next person to answer questions, Susan, related to health sciences.
Thank you so much for your questions. So the first question was, is clinical medicine equally equivalent to Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery? And the answer is no. Someone who does a degree in Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery has the power to operate. Yani anaweza chinja mtu. Someone who does clinical medicine cannot do that. So the next question is, I really want to pursue a Bachelor of Surgery and Medicine, but my cluster weight is 43.810, which is below the cutoff by about 0.7. Is it advisable to apply for it as my number one choice? No, it is not. However, that said, you should look at Bachelor of Medicine offered in also other universities. As you advised earlier, you don't just look for one university, you have 4 options. So check out other universities offering this course. What is their cluster? If you still do not meet it, then I would advise you to apply for another program. The next question is, I'm interested in public health, but my maths results do not allow me. What do you think I should do? If you don't meet the maths requirements for that degree, perhaps look at another program within our university in the health sciences that you are capable of doing with whatever grade you scored in that mathematics. Do you offer a diploma in radiography? At the moment, no, we only offer degree. However, we do take diploma holders who've done NEC examined exams. Can I still do a nursing course even if I have not met the cluster points in chemistry only? No, you cannot, because you have to meet all cluster points for every subject. What are your entry requirements in BSc, medicine, and surgery? So you are explained for government-sponsored students, the requirements are on the KUCPS website. For self-sponsored students, it is a B+ aggregate grade with a B+ in the cluster subjects, which are maths, English or Kiswahili, biology, and chemistry. Which course comes second after Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery that I can apply for with a cluster weight of 43.810? Is it pharmacy or clinical medicine? I'd advise you not to reason this way. I'd advise you instead, look at what you want to do. There is no course that's higher than another, depending on what someone wants to do. So if I want to pursue medicine, I cannot say nursing is higher than medicine because I want to pursue medicine. So in this case, I would look at, are you interested in doing a Bachelor of Pharmacy? Are you interested in doing a Bachelor of Clinical Medicine? Where your interest lies, and therefore, there go and apply. So if you did not meet Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery, perhaps you could do a Bachelor of Pharmacy degree or even a Bachelor of Nursing degree. The choice is yours. Can someone take public health if maths is somewhat low by a grade? I don't really understand what you mean by somewhat low. I know I answered someone in the chat. Depending on your grade, if your grade has met the cluster, then you can pursue it. If it is below the cluster, then it cannot be accepted. Do you have certificate and diploma courses in HIV and AIDS? That was the very first section of the presentation. Yes, we do. We offer a certificate and a diploma in HIV AIDS management and community health. Apart from Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery, which course is better than BPharm? I'd refer you to the question I've just answered. See your interest, see what you're most interested in, and then apply. Then there's the one last question. Are there hostels for medical students? There are hostels for all students within the university. There are some that are in campus, managed by campus. There are some that are run outside of campus, managed by campus and outsiders. There are various types of accommodations within and around the university. So welcome.
Thank you, Susan. The next, let's have any question for Coherent?
Yes, there are 2 questions. The first one is, what is the entry requirement for a PhD in entrepreneurship and management? So we have a PhD in entrepreneurship, but then we also have a PhD in strategic management and in human resource management. We do not have a PhD in management per se, but the minimum entry is a relevant master's degree. So you have a master's degree in human resource or in strategic management or in entrepreneurship, then you qualify. Second one is, what is your take on courses in finance? Which is the best to go option? Our courses are all very good and competitive. You could look at options of doing a Bachelor of Commerce degree, which is under the Department of Business Administration. You could also look at doing something under the Department of Economics, Accounting, and Finance, Bachelor of Science in Banking and Finance. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions from Corpus? Please, Dr.
Good, so we have a number of questions from Corpus. And what is the difference between actuarial science and financial engineering? Actuarial science is a branch of science that makes use of statistical and mathematical methods to quantify, predict, or model the risk of an event occurring, while financial engineering is a multidisciplinary field of study that uses mathematical methods to provide solutions to problems in finance. And therefore, you would use these concepts and methods in computer science, statistics, amongst others. There was a question on, do you offer courses in IT? Yes, we have 2 course undergraduate programs in information technology, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and Bachelor of Science in Business Computing. And then the next one was, how can I apply as a self-sponsored? The minimum entry requirement is a C+ and a C plane in mathematics and English, or a diploma with a pass, or any other equivalent qualification recognized by the Senate. There is another question. What is the difference between microbiology and biotechnology? And we are saying that microbiology utilizes tools like the microbiology plays a crucial role in various fields like medicine. You are looking at the disease diagnosis and treatment. Agriculture, you're looking at their soil health and crop improvement, while biotechnology applies similar applications, including pharmaceuticals. You're looking at drug development. In agriculture, you're looking at genetically modified crops, amongst others. Are there research opportunities for undergraduates program research? Are there research opportunities for undergraduate students? Yes. All our programs, we have a mandatory unit for research in your final year, and we expect that you'll be able to undertake this. Actually, it's normally 2 units, and some students have even been able to come up with innovative applications that have been taken up by industry, and also we've been able to showcase these in different forums within the university. Thank you. I think the others are replying them on the chat.
Thank you so much. I think I want anybody who has yes. Another question from
yes, others will come. Somebody asked about the cutoff point for electronics and computer engineering. Last time it was 40.823. Cutoff point for civil engineering, last time it was 42.618. Then what course is under plant operator? Plant operator is part of mechanical engineering. So if you want to work in this sector. Then we have what is metallurgical engineering? So this is a course designed to involve primary materials production, including recycling, design and development of new materials, reliable and economical processing or manufacturing for the final product. So these ones are involved basically in the development of the materials which are going to be used in the mechanical engineering background. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before we proceed, we could ask Karen, are you ready? Karen Campus. Oh.
Yes, we are ready.
Please respond to any questions related to Karen. Yes.
I've got 2 questions from for TVET. The first one was somebody asking for the entry. For diploma, the mean grade is C-, and for certificate is D plane. We don't check the cluster subjects. And another one asked about help, if they receive help. Unfortunately, the university TVET students don't receive help.
So you are done?
Yes.
Karen, you are done?
Yes, I'm done for TVET. Maybe Malloy can take up for law school.
Yes, please, Malloy, proceed.
Okay, hello. Some 2 questions from School of Law. And there was a question about the cluster. And like last year, the cluster weight was 41.18. The year before was 41.2. So I think even this year it is likely to be around 41. around there 41. Then about the fees for LLB, that is a Bachelor of Laws, is around 121 for the first semester and around 110 for the rest of the semesters. For the masters is around 171 for the first semester and 135 the other three semesters. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope those responses are also on the chat. So thank you, Karen. I think, may I welcome Paul from admissions to respond to the general questions about admission. Paul.
Yeah, thank you. We are going to respond to the various questions on admission. The first question was, when is KUPS portal closing? When it was open first, the first deadline was on 21st, but it was extended to 30th April. The next question was, what are the cutoff points for a degree in nursing? A degree in nursing, like what is displayed on the screen. These are the various universities offering a degree in nursing. What happens is once you log into the KUPS portal, you are able to view all the universities that offer that degree program. If you are able to log into your KUPS portal, you're able to see the various cutoffs. For instance, the first university here is Alupe, which is offering for the first time. That's why it's blank. The next one is Chuka University with 41.38. Next one, 39. If you move to JQuat, all the way down up to the last university offering that Bachelor of Nursing, which is a private institution. And that's why we say that you're supposed to take caution when selecting programs through the KUPS, since private institutions are not eligible for government scholarship. The only thing that you benefit from is HELB loan. So it's very safe when you do your applications through KUPS into public institutions. Then the next question was, can someone apply for a course despite not meeting the cutoff points, but have attained the minimum subject requirements? Yes, KUPS portal will allow you to do the application, but that one is a bit risky, or it will be a gamble, simply because you are not guaranteed that the cutoffs will go down. At times they fluctuate, they might go down a bit, but to be safe, it's always good to do selections where maybe the cutoffs are less or greater, are less than by say a 0.0 something margin, so that you can benefit in case the cutoff goes down for the next academic year. Then the next question was, someone is interested in doing a project in molecular biology, but says, sadly, I was told it requires a lot of money. Does JQuat give grants to help the students to achieve their career goals? Well, from my understanding is that this is a postgraduate student, because you're already pursuing your project. That means you have already gone through your undergraduate course. But we have bodies like NACOSTI and other financiers, including HELP and scholarship, that you can apply from. The next question was, can one apply directly to the university portal instead of KUPS portal if one really wants to join the university? Well, that's a no, because for government sponsorship, it must be strictly through the KUCCPS portal. For the other modes of study, the self-sponsored way, you can get into the individual university website, whereby now you can select a course, make an application, pay for the course, and wait for your calling letter. Or you can also walk into the university, do your application, and submit. With the moment you drop your application, that means that is a self-sponsored application. The next question was, do you offer a course in sociology? Apparently, we don't have that one, but it's available in other universities. The next question was, can one choose more than one course? And can it be done in different universities? From this, let me display the screen here. What we had discussed earlier was that COOPS allows you to do selection of 6 choices. That is choice 1A, 1B, and 1C, and choice 2, 3, and 4, as listed below. So if you want to maximize your selection in a specific university without going to any other university, say you want to maximize your options of getting to JKUAT, for selection 1A, 1B, 1C, then that means you can only choose one program. Say, for instance, you wanted to pursue a course like marine engineering. You'll select the marine engineering from JKUAT, then maybe leave the option 1B and 1C blank. Then choose option number 2, 3, and 4. The option 2, 3, and 4, which now can be other programs in JKUAT. That's the only way you can maximize the chances of getting admitted to JKUAT. And yes, you can do selections in different universities. This is where now it's allowed in the option 1A, 1B, 1C, which must be the same program, but in different universities. So in case you wanted marine engineering and you are open to other universities, then maybe JKUAT can come as the first 1A, then the others can follow as option number 1B and 1C. And from option 2, 3, and 4, you can have either marine in other universities or any other program that you prefer. Someone is asking, I scored a D+. Is there a course I can pursue in JKUAT? Yes, we have courses in our TVET. We have our courses in TVET, and certificate courses are available as listed in the COOPS portal, and you are eligible to apply for a course that you feel is of interest. Is there data science offered in JKUAT? Yes, we have a course by the name Data Science in JKUAT, and our course is we usually call it Data Science and Analytics, as listed here, which we offer it in our current campus. It's quite competitive. You can see its cutoff points are at that 8.7. That means that's a very strong B+ for you to be able to get to that. For the other question where somebody had asked about sociology, the only line that we offer there, if that line is a course like development studies, which can lead you to that line. Other questions were on our cutoff points. Our cutoff points are accessible in the COOPS portal. Once you open the COOPS portal, you can be able to view all our programs. We have 99 programs available as degree programs, and all of them are doing very well in the market, and their cutoffs are well listed. So the only thing you need to do is to check the cutoff points versus your weighted cluster for that group, and then maybe confirm the subject requirements for that specific program. And if you meet both the minimum subject requirements and the cutoff points, then you can go ahead and place your application. Someone had asked, I have a mean grade of B minus and C minus in maths, biology I have B minus, English B minus, chemistry B. Which line of courses can I qualify for? The moment maths is below a C plane, the choices are a bit limited, since you can only go to the arts and the courses in communication, a course like the Bachelor of Mass Communication, Development Studies, Journalism. We have courses like corporate communication, courses like human resource, courses like project management, other courses in that line where maths is a bit silent. You can pursue courses in security studies, tours and travel, film and animation. Those ones are, those courses in that line are a bit silent on maths, and they dwell mostly on the languages. Other line that you can also pursue when the grade is like this, we have the Bachelor of Education Arts, though we don't offer that at JKUAT, but it's available in other universities. Education Arts only requires you to have at least C+ in 2 subjects. Other lines that maybe you can look at is where options of selecting courses in agriculture are stroked, where you have something to do with either maths or chemistry. That will give you a leeway. Of course, like horticulture will give you a leeway, so that in case your maths is low, then they'll consider your chemistry for that part. Someone is asking, so through COOPs, the fees will be different from self-sponsored. The fee is usually, we have one fee structure for a program. For instance, our first program there as quantity survey, the fee structure is the same. The only difference comes in because once you are admitted as a government-sponsored student, you benefit from the government scholarship, where we talked about the banding. Once you apply for the scholarship, you'll be allocated into the various bands depending with your level of need. Then the University Funding Board will allocate you a scholarship amount. Then you'll go ahead and apply for a help loan. So these two, when they are combined, they will ease that burden. A majority of the students who fall at the band 1, you'll find that they pay a very little amount, less than 10% of the total fee that is given. Whereas for the case of the self-sponsored, now the parent is the one who takes care of the whole burden. The only leeway there is to apply for a help loan, which now can assist you to make the payments. The other question was, are those joining the JKUAT TVETs eligible for help? Yes, those students joining for our TVET campus are eligible for help loan, not the whole help scholarship, because our institution is not under the Ministry of Education. It's the other question was, can I do computer science with weighted cluster of 31.48? Computer science in JKUAT, if you open computer science in JKUAT, our cutoff is 44.101. That means this is an A plane of around 82 points. But that should not aid your dream, because you have other universities that have lower cutoffs. As low as 18, we have a university like Chuka with 29, and others that still can help you to achieve your dream. I think we are going to stop at that, and we are going to continue responding to your questions as they come. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Admissions. Eunice, if there are any questions, you can guide me. Before we go to the next stage, somebody asked whether JKUAT Lugari campus is in operation, in which course one can qualify. I want to state here that the JKUAT Lugari campus is currently not in operation because this is when planning and organizing is being done. And the plan is to have TVET courses there, maybe within the year or next year. So for now, if you're applying to with the aim of studying at JKUAT Lugari campus, it will not be possible immediately. And as I have said, the plan is to have TVET related courses. So for now, I think that is not viable. The other question I've seen a lot is about research funding in each of the departments and even in the research. We have many partners who occasionally, frequently offer scholarship opportunities. Many can only be accessed when you are within Jomo Kenyatta, you've already joined as a student. Occasionally, there are few that will be advertised, and these are mainly scholarships for postgraduate and even sometimes undergraduates. So if you are a JKUAT student, there is that opportunity, but not so widespread. And it is also reserved for the students who excel. So if you want a scholarship, you really must excel in what you are studying. But we also have scholarships through the Ministry of Education, through many other bodies that are either advertised online or advertised in the normal media. So be on the lookout and give up for those scholarship opportunities. But for our students, occasionally we have many partners coming up and sponsoring students in different fields, not only those who are learning here. So with those remarks, I think, Eunice, the questions have all been answered. I want to welcome Eunice, the event manager, to tell us how we can continue. We had set to do 2 hours. It is 11:30. I think we are within our time. But I said this should continue beyond this engagement. Remember, that is a university of choice, so we want to help you as much as possible. We want to answer more questions beyond this point, because 2 hours is definitely not sufficient to answer all the questions you have. But this is a good opportunity to network now. Now we have started the conversation. Eunice, tell us, how do we continue this conversation in the immediate short run before the COOPS portal closes, and even beyond that?
So,
the question you had a bit later. There's somebody who was asking the difference between electrical engineering and electronic and computer engineering. Okay, electrical and electronic engineering directly deals with the power production and distribution. But electronic and computer engineering deals with the computer the hardwares and the softwares used in several backgrounds, including designing of those hardwares, embedded systems, as well as computer networks. Yes. Then is there a difference between telecommunication engineering and information engineering? That is one and the same course. The full name is Bachelor of Science in Telecommunication and Information Engineering.
Okay, Eunice, please.
Yeah. So we shall continue to interact using the platforms that we have provided, especially on WhatsApp. You can contact our admins in the various groups. You will see them there, they are marked admin. Although we have other people that are asking you to DM them, I suggest that you stick to our administrators mostly. And if you have any question on admission processes, funding, you can ask in that group that is titled, the subgroup that is written, COOPS, admissions, general questions there. Our admins will help you very well. And then before you forget this, when you come to JKUAT to study finances, we have CPAs that are offered here. And you know that gives strength to your financial courses or accounting courses. And we also have short courses here in the Jomo Kenyatta with JKUAT Enterprise, where you can take short courses that are relevant in the current market as you continue with your studies. So on interaction, the YouTube video will continue being live, so you can still share with your friends. And continue interacting with us on WhatsApp group. Contact our admins in the various group. If you're not getting satisfactory answer in the group itself, you can DM them. So basically that is about it. And please give us our responses. We've been asking questions there, like how you got to know about us. We want to know so that maybe in future we can be able to improve on our communication. We'd also like to know maybe whether your interest has changed, because as you are coming in, we were asking you your areas of interest. Maybe after listening to us, your interest could have changed because maybe you've had an insight that you did not have before. So let us keep interacting and engaging until the process of coming here is done.
Thank you, Eunice. Dorothy, social media team. Is there anything else that our listeners may want to know about interaction or even viewing data related issues? Okay. Yes, so I think we are glad that you joined us for this webinar. Of course, anytime you can walk to JKUAT, our gates are wide open. If you say you're interested in a course or anything, you will be directed accordingly to the right department. If it's about courses, will either be directed to the admissions or to the respective department or college if you are interested. So feel welcome, feel free to come to JKUAT anytime. And even feel welcome to call or even as Eunice as DM the respective admins in the respective areas. We are a free society, we like to interact with you. You are our stakeholders, and that is why we exist. So thank you so much. I'll ask somebody, if there are no questions, I'll ask somebody to lead us with a word of closing prayer. But let's continue the conversation. Regina, do you feel sufficiently blessed to lead us with a word of prayer?
Thank you. Let us thank the Lord. Our Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this opportunity to be here to serve this university. We thank you even for the deliberations that have taken place, dear Master. We thank you, Father, even for every one of us here. Thank you for the brains that you have given us. Thank you, Father, even as we market this institution, make me for the good of all of us. Now, as we disperse to our various activities, be with us, bless us, and watch over us. In Jesus' name we pray and believe.
Amen. So thank you, our audience. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, team. I think we sign out at this point and look forward to a more productive engagement. God bless you.